Emotional manipulation is a hidden form of control that can be difficult to recognize at first. It happens when someone uses your feelings against you, twisting your emotions to influence your actions or decisions. Instead of being honest or direct, manipulators rely on tactics like guilt, fear, or even love to get what they want from you, often without you realizing it. They might appear charming, supportive, or even act like a victim themselves, which makes it even harder to spot their true intentions beneath the surface. You may find yourself feeling confused, anxious, or second-guessing your own judgment after spending time with them. Manipulation creates a power imbalance, making you feel responsible for their emotions or actions even when it's not your fault. Unlike healthy relationships, manipulation breaks down trust and uses your emotions as weapons against you, leaving you feeling isolated. Manipulators deliberately push your buttons, triggering emotional reactions to control your choices and behavior. This isn't healthy persuasion. It's a form of trickery that removes your ability to make free, informed decisions for yourself. Recognizing manipulation is the first step to protecting your emotional well-being and regaining your sense of self. Pay close attention to how you feel after interactions. If you notice confusion, guilt, or a sense of being drained, these are important warning signs. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, trust, and open communication, not on hidden agendas or emotional games. Understanding these differences helps you spot manipulation early and empowers you to set boundaries. Protecting yourself starts with awareness and the courage to trust your instincts. Manipulators often use guilt trips, making you feel responsible for their unhappiness. They play the victim, exaggerating problems to gain your sympathy and compliance. Gaslighting is another tactic, making you question your memory or reality. They might deny things they said or did, leaving you doubting yourself. Manipulators also use hot and cold behavior. Praise when you comply, coldness when you don't. This keeps you off balance, always seeking their approval. They may compare you to others to shame you into doing what they want. These tactics are designed to control, not to communicate. If you notice these patterns, it's a sign you're being manipulated. Stay alert to these strategies. They're subtle but powerful. Recognizing them is key to breaking free. Manipulation can show up in all kinds of relationships, often in ways that are subtle or easy to overlook. In romance, a partner might say, "If you loved me, you'd do this for me," turning your care into a weapon. Sometimes they might use guilt or silent treatment to get their way, making you question your own feelings. At work, a boss might shame you by comparing you to more dedicated coworkers, or pressure you to take on extra tasks by making you feel inadequate. Friends may guilt you for setting boundaries, exaggerating how much they've done for you, or act hurt when you say no, making you feel responsible for their emotions. Family members might use fear or guilt, like a parent saying, "Don't leave me alone," to control your choices, or remind you of sacrifices they've made to sway your decisions. These tactics can make you feel selfish or even ashamed for prioritizing your needs, leading to confusion and self-doubt. True relationships respect your boundaries and choices, and encourage you to be yourself without fear. Manipulation twists your emotions to get compliance, often leaving you feeling trapped or powerless. If you feel pressured, guilty, or responsible for someone else's happiness, pause and reflect on what's really happening. Healthy connections don't require you to sacrifice your well-being or compromise your values just to keep the peace. Recognize these patterns to protect yourself and build stronger, more authentic relationships. You deserve relationships built on respect, trust, and understanding, not control or manipulation. Emotional manipulation takes a heavy toll on your mental health. Victims often feel anxious, guilty, and constantly on edge. Over time, your self-esteem erodes. You start doubting your own feelings and decisions. Manipulators isolate you from friends and family, making you more dependent on them. This isolation makes it harder to see the truth or get support. Long-term manipulation can lead to depression, anxiety, and even PTSD. Trust issues may follow you into future relationships. Healing takes time and often requires outside help. Remember, the damage isn't your fault. Recognizing the impact is the first step toward recovery. You can rebuild your confidence and sense of self. Pay attention to how you feel after interacting with someone. Guilt, confusion, or shame are red flags. Manipulators are inconsistent. Their words rarely match their actions. They avoid responsibility, always shifting blame onto you or others. If you confront them, they twist the situation to make you feel at fault. Notice if your boundaries are ignored or challenged. Manipulators see your limits as obstacles, not as something to respect. Healthy people respect your no. Manipulators push until you give in. Trust actions over words. If you're always apologizing or second-guessing yourself, examine the relationship. Consistent disrespect for your boundaries is a major warning sign. Spotting these patterns helps you protect yourself. Awareness is your best defense. Setting boundaries starts with being clear and direct. State your limits without apology. It's important to communicate what you need and expect, using simple and honest language. When you express your boundaries, you show respect for yourself and for others, making your intentions unmistakable. For example, say, "I'm not available to help on Saturday," instead of making excuses. Being straightforward helps avoid confusion and sets a healthy tone for your relationships. Manipulators will test your boundaries, so be consistent in enforcing them. If someone tries to push past your limits, calmly restate your position. Repeat your limits as needed. Don't get drawn into arguments. You don't have to justify or over-explain your choices. You're not responsible for their reactions. Anger or guilt trips are their tactics, not your problem. Stay calm and remember that their feelings are theirs to manage. Prioritize your well-being over their approval. Taking care of yourself is essential, even if it means disappointing others. Sometimes, the healthiest boundary is distance. Limit or end contact if manipulation continues. Protecting your peace may require stepping back. This can be hard, especially with close friends or family, but your mental health comes first. It's okay to feel sad or conflicted, but remember your needs matter too. Remember, protecting yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. Self-respect is the foundation of healthy boundaries. Stand firm, and don't let guilt sway you. Trust your instincts and honor your feelings. Each time you enforce a boundary, you reclaim your power. Over time, this builds confidence and self-trust. Healthy relationships respect your limits. The people who truly care about you will honor your boundaries. Boundaries are your shield against manipulation. By setting and maintaining them, you create space for genuine connection and self-respect. Understanding manipulation is the first step to freedom. Once you see the tactics, they lose their power over you. Trust your intuition. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Validate your own feelings. They matter. Reconnect with supportive friends, family, or professionals to break isolation. Sharing your experience helps you heal and gain perspective. Freedom means making choices based on your values, not someone else's control. Build relationships on respect and honesty. Setting boundaries and seeking support are acts of self-respect. The journey isn't easy, but it leads to emotional health and autonomy. You deserve to live authentically, free from manipulation. Recognize your worth and reclaim your power. Step into the light of your own freedom.